Good morning, ladies. Good morning and happy Wednesday. We are back on live for another great training with you. If you are tuning live, if you would drop live in the comments. If you are watching and listening to this later on any of our podcast platforms, we're so glad that you are tuning in to the Faith-Based Weight Loss for Women podcast. And if you've not subscribed to that podcast, please go ahead and do so. And if you have found our podcast helpful, we would love for you to leave a review because that just makes it more visible to other women. And that's our goal, is to be able to reach women who are looking to lose weight and grow in faith, health, and wellness. You can see that I'm not alone today. I have a guest here, and I'm here with Kathie, who will be saying hi in a minute. But I told her she needs to sit still till it's her turn. She's following those instructions really well. So thank you, Kathie. But if you are new to our community, I am Diana, and I am the founder of the Faith-Based Weight Loss Group that is brought to you by the Five Principles Stay Fit for Life coaching program. And we love gathering women here who want to learn how to lose weight, keep it off, and learn to live out their calling by growing in faith, health, and wellness, ultimately, so you can learn to love the life God has called you to and live it well. Today, I wanted to bring on Kathie because she has an inspirational story. We're going to dive right in. I'm going to keep looking and seeing if anyone's on live. Let us know. But Kathie, today I titled our training, The Only Thing That Has Ever Worked for Kathie's Weight Loss. It's a true story, and Kathie was super excited to share her story, which is always a real neat thing when our clients are super happy to proclaim from the rooftops what has been happening. And Kathie has been tons of fun to watch. You want to watch to the end because I have some important things to share with you at the end of the live. We have an exciting opportunity coming up for March that will be important for you to review. You know, we love to hear other people's transformation because it's always a reminder that we can also transform. I love it. Kathie's also here. Lots of excited, Kathie. They're ready for you. So I'm going to give you a little summary on Kathie's progress since she's joined the Stay Fit for Life 5-Principle Method Weight Loss Coaching Program. Kathie joined at the end of October 29. So it's literally been 4 months. And she lost 24 pounds in the 4 months, about 6 pounds a month. And that's exactly where we wanted her to be when we started her. She has lost 11 overall inches. I summarized some of the wins, non-scale wins that she has shared over the period of time. She's now sleeping better. She's feeling better overall. She is not sluggish. She is not feeling blah like she used to. A lot of you tell me you feel blah, you're foggy, you're just kind of She's not feeling that way anymore. She's able to get up and down off the floor easier. She has grandkids and she needs to be active. So that was super important for her. She is becoming serious and consistent about her morning time with the Lord. She's always been serious about her walk with the Lord, but that consistency with the morning. She's loving the journaling piece of our program, which is very unique. She is no longer taking Prilosec. Her clothes feel better, guys. This list keeps going. Her stomach is a little smaller. Her low back pain is better. Her core is getting stronger, and that's a big deal because Kathie's had a lot of things in her abdominal region, like surgical, that have affected that. She has been able to stay away from bad sugars. And we say bad sugars because we don't promote stopping all sugars in our program, but processed, refined sugars. And she has not been emotionally eating and binging like she used to. And last, as she saw her doctor recently, her cholesterol is improved significantly to the point that her doctor agreed to let her get off the meds for 6 months to try it out. Now, guys, if that is not like an amazing laundry list of wins, I want you to like cheer Kathie on in the comments if you're watching on Facebook, because that is so, like, when you read it like that, it's really impactful. And guys, I never get tired of helping women get to that point. And so you guys want to hear about the only thing that worked for Kathie. So Kathie, why don't you introduce yourself and tell the ladies a little bit about you?
Okay, sure. I'm Kathie, and thank you for reading that list. That was I had not heard that list all in a row. That was very encouraging to me. So my name's Kathy, and I live in a little town outside of Louisville, Kentucky. I've been married to my husband for 13 and a half years, and between us, we have five adult children that are all in their 30s. They're all about the same age, and then we have 13 grandchildren and one due May 4th, which will make 14, which is why I needed to get my energy back. And our favorite thing, we love the Lord, and our favorite thing to do is prison ministry at the maximum men's prison up here. Well, that's
I
about it.
just love I love everything about your story. And you have a lot of grandkids, so you are busy
Yes,
and you work like part-time.
I do. I work part-time. I'm a virtual assistant, so I work online about 16 hours a week. My clients are
Yeah,
up in Minnesota.
that's wonderful. And so tell us a little bit about like how you and I met and where we you were at before we met.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. I've struggled with my weight ever since the birth of my children. And you've helped me realize where my eating problems stemmed from as a child, which I guess I can get into that later. But so I'm a big podcast listener, and I Googled like Christian weight loss or faith weight loss, because everything I want to do is, to honor the Lord, and I want it Christian based. And I don't want a lot of cussing on my podcasts and stuff. So I
Hmm.
Googled Christian weight loss, and I found yours. And gosh, I was riveted. And it, especially that it was, for women over 40. And so that just totally sold me. And I started listening to your podcast, loved every single one of them. I heard a lot of the ladies that I now know giving their stories. And just so then I went to the free group, and I thought, I'm just going to hang out here for a while. And then you were messaging me, and oh gosh, I just wanted to join so badly, but finances are an issue because during COVID, my husband and I had both lost our jobs. And so we kind of had to start over with our own businesses. And so finances were a big issue, but you were very understanding of that. And you didn't push, but you just encouraged me and kept up with me. And I was engaging in the free group constantly, loved it. And then finally I took the plunge and made the
I love
invest.
it.
And I have not missed the money, not once.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I love that. I love that so much. And I remember talking to Kathie for a period, I don't remember how long, but she was really taking advantage of all the free stuff. And that's what I encourage you to do. And many of you don't know about our podcast. That is a great place to like get familiar with what we do. And so she was, I can tell when someone's talking to me and they've done their due diligence. She knew she wanted to learn more and she was so involved. And those are all the reasons that continue to help you be successful, Kathie. So I love that. What were some of the big problems you were dealing with physically that led you to search for the podcast? So yes, the weight was a struggle, but what else were you? Where were you were feeling? Tell us more about that, the problems you were facing.
Energy was low, and I struggle with, mild chronic depression. And so the heavier I got, the less my energy was, then I would get depressed. And it was just that cycle. And I just got tired of it. I'm not young, but I'm certainly not old. And I just have so much I want to do for the Lord, for my grandkids, me and my husband. And I just didn't feel good. My back would hurt. I had a total hip replacement, which was wonderful. And I was feeling good as far as that went. And there was no reason why I couldn't get back on track with getting healthy. And I couldn't do it on my own. I just wasn't working. For years, I've gone back and forth, yo-yo, back and forth, back and forth.
Mhm.
Lose 20, gain 30, lose 10, gain 15. Constant, ever since
Yes.
the birth of my children. So
Yes, I appreciate that. And if you can relate to that yo-yo cycle and a lifelong struggle, drop relate in the comments if you're watching in Facebook. And that is a real struggle and it's very defeating. If you've done it, I've done it. I've lived there before so long. And I love telling women that I have not yo-yoed in 10 years. And that's exciting to never have to think of dieting. And Kathie, you are on that trajectory to not having to ever yo-yo again because you know what to do. So I love that. That is such a relief. And then, like you said, when you feel so exhausted, depleted, you can't live out your calling. And that's what we want to do for women. We want you to be able to pursue what is before you, controlling what you can. Some things we can't. Sometimes we have health diagnoses and things that we cannot change, and we have to live with that. But we can improve how that looks. And that's, part of your story.
And on that note, I was getting down, I felt sluggish, and there would be times I would tell my husband I didn't want to go to prison. We go there twice a week. And, that's not like me. And I thought, I don't want to go. You can go without me. And I thought, no, I can't go on like this.
Yes. Tell us some of the things you had tried before, just to relate more with the women. I know you've tried everything, but name some of them.
Over the years, I had done, you know, hardcore aerobics, but then wouldn't change my diet and then would still binge. I had done weight loss pills, prescription pills, which is insane. I'm sure it increased my blood pressure and was not good for my heart. And I knew all those things, but I was younger then and I thought, oh, I'm fine. I'll do these weight loss pills. And they worked. I dropped a ton of weight, but then you gain it right back. It was very temporary. And then all the diets, Weight Watchers, just everything. The shakes where you do nothing but shakes, you don't eat right, all of the above.
Yes. And again, like you said, they likely worked a little while you were on them, but not sustainable, not a way of life, not a life that honors the Lord, at least.
No.
Yeah, so that's good. And so why did you feel, what attracted you about what you heard in the faith-based weight loss podcast and about the Stay Fit for Life 5 Principle program? What were the reasons you chose to work with us?
What immediately stood out to me, and I'll never forget it, was the spiritual component, the faith-based component. And I would see on the free group them talking about, journaling and all the posts about praying and how the Lord got them through this, that, and the other. And, being a faith-based woman, that I thought, this is the difference. This is what I've missed all these years. This has got to be the difference. And that's why I really wanted to join. And once I let the tight grip go of my money, I never looked back. It was worth every penny.
Yeah, and I remember that tension with Kathie. And then on a Sunday, she messaged me. I was on a road trip and she said, I can't, I got to do this. And again, I'm so proud of you for doing that because, especially right now with the economy and things, like it's hard for women to have, nobody has that extra income for many reasons. And we always have that reason in your case, and they're legitimate. But as you said, when you invest in your health and you get the result, the return on that investment is just astronomical. Now Kathie has more energy. She can work better. She can even consider things that she couldn't consider. So that investment is going to return double or more, not to mention she's off meds now for the cholesterol. As an example, like her health risks are so much lower. And it's a lot of winning. And it's just awesome to hear you say that. So it's one thing for me to talk about the program. Tell us about the 5 principle method, like in your words, give a summary of what you love the most and kind of how you see the program that you just the Stay Fit for Life.
You mean the 5 R's, the renew, reset?
No, tell us like about the time management, the journaling we touched on, the mindset transformation. So kind of the 5 R's is what Kathie's talking about there is we have strategies that we use for mindset transformation, and you can talk about that as well. But I just wanted you to do like an overview as to how the comprehensive nature of what we teach you guys.
Okay, gotcha. Well, the mindset was huge. I was telling myself so many lies that, I'll never be able to, I might get it off, but I'll never be able to maintain and sustain. So the mindset work, it was really hard at first, and it was almost hard for me to believe. But once I started doing all the mindset work that you all offer, I just saw quickly how that was ministering to me unbelievably. And then let's see what else.
Tell us about time management.
Oh, time management. In the beginning, I was a little overwhelmed. It's like there's all these things to do and all these things to read. And I tend to be a perfectionist. And so I was really beating myself up like, man, I can't do all this. And I don't have enough time. There's not enough hours in the day. And I would see ladies in the program that work full time. And I'm like, well, they can do it. But I'm not I'm not able to get it all in. And then, then of course I learned about time management, and we all have the same amount of time. We all have things going on. And I started blocking out things on my calendar, and just sticking to it. And my biggest stumbling block was my phone, the addiction to my phone. And I have to keep my phone here because a lot of my work is done on my phone. But I certainly don't have to scroll through Facebook and Instagram while I'm working. And I couldn't believe how much time I was doing that. And so you had given me so many helpful suggestions, you and Lisa both, about setting boundaries with that. So much wasted time. It's unbelievable. And not that there's anything wrong with hanging out and looking at your friends on Facebook or playing a word game, but I had no boundaries. I had no boundaries with it. And so, I learned how to schedule my time and put blocks in my calendar. And that's helped me with my work. That's helped me, get all the exercise in that I need to get. Just all these things that you think are simple, but they weren't. I needed accountability. So,
Yes, that's the key. And that's what we do a lot of is becoming vulnerable and sharing the struggle. And even you touched on at the beginning, some of your food addictions were birthed in childhood. You didn't even know that till we
no.
started digging in the mindset work and the journaling piece. And again, if you're listening to this and you're looking to just stop yo-yo dieting and you want sustainability, you cannot just focus on what you eat. Notice we didn't just mention eating and exercise.
No.
Those are huge. Those are a given. Those should be a part of any program. But if you want to lose weight and keep it off for good and grow in faith and in health and in wellness, you have to add these other items that Kathie is touching on. And again, Kathie has been one of the other things is really tackling your all or none perfectionistic has been
Yeah.
part of learning how to do that. And we talk a lot about that because so many women struggle with that. And so many women have so many hats they wear. So all of these, we escape into these worlds of the phone just to kind of try to quiet the world, but it really doesn't do that. And so I just have loved watching you take action. And Kathie's been so fun to work. What are some of the results that you are experiencing? I know I read a whole list for you, but in your own words, what would you say are the results that you are implementing and experiencing from what you learned in the program?
Well, I think the main thing that comes to my mind first off is I reset my priorities. And, I've been a follower of Christ for many years, but I would kind of put my quiet time with him not first in the morning, which I'm embarrassed to say that, but I would get up and I would come and check my work email, and I would kind of mess with that and maybe, go stick a load of laundry in, and then I'd sit down with the Lord. And I don't know, I reset all of that and thought, golly, when did I stray from that? He's my priority above all. And so I've gotten back into doing my journaling and my time with him first. And then, the exercise component, I just have recently decided that I cannot put that off to the late in the day when I'm tired and when my back is starting to get tired. My birthday is actually March 1st, and I'll be 65, and I can't wait till the end of the day to go walk 30 minutes. My back will hurt. So, I've my priorities on doing the first most important things in my day, and then the other things fall into place. So that's one thing.
Yes, that's huge. And tell us, recently you got quite sick, and
Oh,
how were you able? Tell us a little bit about how that went as opposed to how it used to go.
well, it used to be, I was very sick for like a week. And once my stomach felt better, but I had no energy and I was still not well, I would have just sat in a chair and been depressed, feeling sorry for myself. And I would have just binged eat until I felt better. So I would have had like 3 or 4 days of just eating junk until I felt better, until I got up and started moving again. But through the encouragement of the program with you and Lisa and all the friends I've made, you all, prayed me through it, and I strayed off the meal plans a little, my meal plans a little bit, because all I could eat was soup and different things. So I strayed a little bit, but for the most part, I stayed on track as well as you can when you're sick. And it was just amazing, the support. And I got back on the track the next week. And it was hard, and I was a little disappointed. I kind of couldn't do all the things I wanted to do that first couple of days, but now I'm back, and I just had to be
Yes.
patient, had to be
And you
patient.
knew what you had to do to get back on track. So it wasn't like, I'm lost, what do I do? You just had
Um,
to maybe needed some guidance in prioritizing and easing into, because that's so important. And one of the things, ladies, if you're listening, if you're waiting till life is problem free to get your health and wellness in order, keep waiting. Because what we learn in our program is 80% of life is adversity and stress and challenges. And so our goal in the Stay Fit for Life coaching programs is to teach you how to soar and win in the midst of adversity, because adversity is just part of our fallenness, right? It's not going away, and we can't wait till it goes away. And that's what, you've experienced on so many levels. Kathie, where do you think you would be today if you had not decided to join the 5 principle Stay Fit for Life program?
oh my goodness. I would have been, standing in my closet trying to figure out what's going to fit today, and not strangle me, and having that depressing, what am I going to wear today? Nothing feels good. I would have probably gained another 5 to 10 pounds, because that was the rate I was going, especially since it's winter. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I would have, that affects my frame of mind, my depression. I probably wouldn't have been in the best of moods, which affects my relationships with my kids and my husband. I wouldn't be so excited to have the grandbabies come over. I would be kind of dreading it, like, oh, I don't feel like playing with them today. And now I don't dread that anymore. All of those things.
So good. And you really wanted to get off your meds, and you did
Oh,
it.
the meds. That was my biggest win, honestly. That I've never taken any medicine. I'm just one of those people, I don't like it. I mean, I know if you have to have it, you have to have it. I understand that. But the only thing I've ever taken is my antidepressant. That's the only thing I've ever taken. And when she put me on cholesterol medicine, that was not a happy day for me. And I was really glad to get off of it. Yeah.
Yes, and we are continuing to plug along to keep her off of it and see how that goes.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. And again, you touched on like it would have affected your relationships and your
Yes.
your ministry involvement. You said you were not going consistently to the prison, and that's important to your marriage, and that's important to your God-given calling. And you have such a unique calling, because not everybody goes to the prison. Like, that's a gifting that God has given you truly. And
Mhm.
again, I just, so many pieces are connecting, and I just think it's amazing. And now you're a witness and a testimony to the women you serve and to your family and to all the people. In fact, recently at the prison, she gave her dessert to the other inmates, and they were so
Yes,
happy,
I did.
which is, that was a really cool win. Um,
They never get treats. And so I said, here, you guys, you all can have my dessert. And they loved it. They split.
yes. Before I ask you the last question, I don't want to paint this picture that it's all win. Has it, I mean, it's just being real and authentic. That's our goal. Has it all been easy the last four
No,
months?
no, it's not easy. And I knew it would take work. And that was another mindset thing. And, um, there might be a week where you backslide, and that's just life. But it's the one step at a time, slow and steady. Just keep doing the next right thing. Just keep doing it. You might have a day where you fall off and you eat a big giant piece of birthday cake. That's okay. You guys were all there to encourage me to just get back up the next day, reset, renew my mind. And it's worked. It has worked. It completely works. But
And
no,
what we say a lot, it's not easy. And we say, you can probably finish this. We grow when we do
the
hard things.
yeah, the hard
Right?
things.
We
Yes.
hard things, and we grow through discomfort. And so one of the things I ask you as you're listening, if you're not going through something hard and if you're not uncomfortable, likely you are not growing, because we grow through discomfort. We grow through the difficult. And I get a lot of eye rolls from some of my dear clients when I say these quotes, but they are really meaningful. And until we live them, and Kathie is living them, She has had to do hard things to get the wins you are hearing, but we have been there for her. The community has been there for her, and it has been awesome to watch. Last question, Kathie, and then anything you want to say. Imagine there's someone watching this now and they're on the fence. They just aren't sure they can do it. They are concerned about finances. What would you, or any other reason, I just use that because I know that was what held you back. What
Right.
would you say to that person?
I would say to jump in and do it, the signature program, it encompasses everything. And I needed everything. And honestly, to be honest, I think most people do. And I think you know, I wish I'd found the program 5 years ago, 10 years ago. You won't miss the finances. You will learn so much more. It's not just weight loss. And that was one thing I did want to stress. It's not just weight loss, it's the whole mind, spirit, soul, body, everything. And it's changed my life. And I would say don't hesitate another minute.
I love it. I love it so much. If you are excited about what Kathie has shared, let us know in the comments. And thank Kathie for taking the time to join us. As she said, she's working today. Thank you, Kathie, for letting me interview you. If you have any questions for Kathie, feel free to drop them in the comments. If you are interested in learning more about the 5 Principle Coaching Program, then drop stay fit in the comments, and we will be able to reach out to you or message me directly, whatever works. But Kathie, I really thank you for your time. If you want to talk to me about what the signature program would look like for you, message me directly. That's the best way, or drop, help in the comments, like I said, or stay fit, and I will know you want me to reach out. Number 3, for March, for spring, we have our 21-day Jumpstart program on special. And this is a great way if you're not sure and you want to build more more trust, more knowledge. The Jumpstart program is a good next step. 21-day Jumpstart. If you want that link we have for info on that, drop Jumpstart in the comments. If you're watching live, if you're watching on replay, many women start in the Jumpstart and then are ready to take the next step. But we're here for you. You don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to stay exhausted. You don't have to stay confused. You don't have to have belly fat. You don't have to gain weight because you're going in menopause. You don't have to put yourself last at the choose between taking care of yourself or others. There is a solution and it works. And Kathie just shared her transformation that is just on the beginning. Now she's going to keep picking up momentum. And so if you found today valuable and helpful, let us know. We're excited to be here with you. Again, I want to thank Kathie for being here. Kathie, any last words you want to say?
Yes, I just to the community of ladies that are now my friends, and to you and to Lisa, just thank you. I mean, my life is, and to look to my Savior, my life has changed. It's for the
Amen.
better.
Yes, I love it, Kathie. You have such great energy and you're so coachable. I again thank you for your time, and I look forward to connecting with you guys. I will share the replay with those who asked for it. And stay tuned because we have a lot of excitement in March. Have a great day, Kathie. Have a great day, ladies, and we'll talk soon.